What is up? GoodMicWork commentaries back at you with an impromptu commentary. I am your host, Greg Morgan. Not even going to number this episode. I am coming up here really quick to discuss the breaking news going on in WWE involving this Sunday's TLC pay-per-view card. We have some serious changes, and these were some concerns and rumors floating around earlier on in the week about this viral meningitis scare and that it could have a drastic effect on the TLC card. And just a matter of minutes ago, my Twitter blew up. All of a sudden, 70 notifications in about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh fuck, who died? And I start reading what all of you are saying, and holy shit, TLC, go to WWE.com, check out the internet, look at the story, it's crazy. We've got Kurt Angle making his return to the ring now. Roman Reigns is out of the TLC main event, and we have Bray Wyatt, Sister Abigail, also out of his match with Finn Balor, and replacing him will be AJ Styles from the SmackDown brand. So clearly WWE is scrambling around like crazy to get this card set for Sunday. Now, this is going to be very quick. I'm just going to give you guys a few quick thoughts on it. I just tweeted out that I would not have a video up until later tonight because I'm in the middle of a very long work day, but I'm kind of in and out of the house today, so I said, you know what, I'm going to take a quick hour, run home, and make a commentary for you guys. So probably 10 or 15 minutes long at the most, but here's my thoughts on this. Number one, I'm shocked. I think it kind of sucks that this is how we're going to get Kurt Angle's return to the ring. I wish that they planned this a little bit more. I wish this was a program or a storyline that was set in motion that eventually led to the return of Kurt Angle to the ring, because he hasn't been in the WWE in a long time, and his return should be a big deal. Hot-shotting it like this, throwing him in at the last minute, making the decision for him to get back in the ring, I think is done mostly because the TLC main event was supposed to give us fans a return of the Shield. But due to Roman Reigns' illness and him missing the pay-per-view now, WWE feels they still need to give us some sort of a return. And Kurt Angle is like the best possible option for what they have right now. So on one hand, I understand the WWE's decision to put Kurt Angle in this role. That way the fans still get a return of some kind, still get that nostalgia feel. But because I'm such a big Kurt Angle fan, I was hoping that his return to the ring would be a little bit more memorable, have a little bit more planning to it. Maybe something would culminate with the Jason Jordan being his son or whatever the hell they do. Hopefully, in my mind, they were going to do something with him next year or maybe even at WrestleMania. So we're going to get Kurt Angle this Sunday. I think it's awesome that he's returning to the ring, but you can tell WWE is up shit's creek here, because now, if they knew Kurt Angle was going to be in this match, they would not have booked this 3-on-5. You know, Kurt Angle is an aging veteran by this point. In storyline, is he as tough as Roman Reigns? Is he the best replacement? Is he going to mesh as well with Dean and Seth as Roman Reigns would? I don't think so. And these three guys are expected to take on 5 dudes in the main event. So not only has WWE scrambled to put together a replacement for Roman Reigns, I think they're going to scramble with the finish of this match too. And I would not be surprised at all that, provided he's not also sick, that Samoa Joe makes some sort of a return in this match. Maybe he comes out and becomes the 4th man. Kurt Angle's the general manager. He can just make this rule up, can't he? What if he comes out on TLC and says, you know, since I'm taking the place of Roman Reigns, I'm not going to put myself in harm's way against these 5 monsters. We're going to add one more person to my team, somebody that I have a long and storied history with, going back to their TNA days, and brings out Samoa Joe to team up with Seth and Dean and Kurt. That would be pretty cool. Samoa Joe interfering and attacking Kurt Angle would also be pretty cool. But whatever they do here, I think the finish will probably stay the same as far as the babyfaces winning. I think if WWE's original plans was to give fans the feel-good moment, the nostalgia act with the Shield, and have them win their first match back, I think they will also do the same thing for Kurt Angle. But it's how they get there. Now, if it's this 3-on-5 deal, is this really believable that these 3 guys can beat these 5 guys? I think they're going to have help, and I think Samoa Joe is the best option there. And WWE is really going to have to scramble to put things together to make sure that this pay-per-view that is turning out to be a disaster, this whole thing was built around the Shield. And now you have the biggest member of the Shield out of this match. So the whole Shield reunion is out the window. So WWE is going to have to work really hard and get really creative to make this pay-per-view actually worth watching on Sunday, which is another reason why they probably threw Kurt Angle out there, to give the fans a reason to tune in, because if they replaced Roman Reigns with just anybody, I think a lot of us might skip this show. And as far as the Finn Balor match goes, you know, this is another thing that's been built up so much. I mean, this Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt storyline goes back months, and now they're starting this Sister Abigail angle with Wyatt. and this whole thing was supposed to culminate in this big pumpkin demon versus Sister Abigail match, and now that's out the window. So WWE thought that we better give the fans something awesome in return. Don't just replace Bray Wyatt with another Raw roster member, because that's a match we could see on any given Monday Night Raw. So they decided to bring AJ Styles in from SmackDown, and AJ Styles versus Finn Balor is going to be fun. But it's a throw-together match. There's no storyline, there's no build, there's no issue between these two. It's just a match that's being thrown together for pay-per-view. So we're going to be treated to some awesome wrestling, but absolutely zero story behind it at all. So this is kind of scary. I mean, this viral meningitis scare, I didn't mention anything about this in my last commentary. I did kind of read the story, but I didn't realize it was this big of an issue. I knew that it was threatening the Wyatts because Bo Dallas hasn't been on TV and Bray Wyatt has only been doing pre-tapes. And there were some other worries in the WWE that some other roster members could be affected with this. And I also should clarify, too, that I don't know much about meningitis. I know it's a brain and spinal cord type of illness, and viral. I don't know if you contract it a different way, but apparently it's really similar to like the mumps or shingles or something like that. And there's even a report floating around out there now that this whole thing could be the mumps. So really not sure exactly what it is that's infecting the locker room. But it doesn't sound good, and it's scary as hell. I don't know if this is tied into Nia Jax at all. You know, from what we have heard, and I think even in an interview with Alexa Bliss, she just said that Nia Jax is taking some time off due to the grueling road schedule, and she will be back, and she's been given a short leave of absence for a couple of weeks, but who knows, she might be involved in this this meningitis scare as well. So I wish the WWE the best with this. I hope that this does not get any worse. I hope we don't have any other talent affected, because we have some big matches at this pay-per-view, and the two biggest ones, arguably, are now completely changed and in serious jeopardy of even being meaningful or meaning anything. So it's going to be up to the boys and girls at this pay-per-view. It's going to be up to the talent to go out there and take these matches, which now have no build at all, and turn them into something decent. And I think they can. Whenever WWE is faced with an issue like this, the talent usually comes through for the company that has its head up its own ass. So hopefully that will continue to be the case this Sunday. I guess I got to change up my predictions real quick. I still predict The Shield and Kurt Angle to win. I think that was the plan all along, is to have them win. I think they will continue along that plan and just change up how they do it a little bit. So I think Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose, and potentially a fourth partner, will wind up getting the victory somehow in that match. And then as far as Finn Balor and AJ Styles go, I don't know. I don't even know how to pick a winner in that match. I guess maybe Finn Balor would win this match. I don't know why you would bring a SmackDown star in just to beat one of your guys and then leave. But then again, I don't know why you would bring a SmackDown star in to beat him and then have him leave. So I guess it's a toss-up there. But I think I'm going to pick Finn Balor reluctantly. At the end of the day, I don't think it matters who wins this thing. It's probably going to be a good, awesome, hard-fought match that might steal the show. And maybe at the end, Finn Balor can get the victory. I'm not confident about that prediction at all. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. You guys leave me all your thoughts on this crazy news that broke today down in the comments below. I got to get back to work. I do want to make a small apology, too. In my last commentary, I talked about the Rebby Sky, or Rebby Hardy, I should say, and Julie Youngberg issue and their Twitter beef that was going on last week. I did not dive nearly deep enough into these tweets as I needed to. And when I was reporting on it, and I think TVTrax even uploaded my clip of that, I don't think I really had all of my facts in place. It looks like this Julie Youngberg is equally, if not more so, crazy than Rebby Sky is. And it's certainly a lot of fun to watch two crazy chicks going at it on social media. But the more I look back at these, I could not even tell who started this war. And it doesn't seem like this Julie Youngberg is a saint at all. And I made mention in my last commentary that it looked to me like Rebby Hardy was trying to instigate things and egg her on in order to get her fired. Maybe fuck with her. Apparently Rebby hates this girl's guts. They hate each other's guts. So I thought maybe if Rebby kept, bothering her on Twitter, that eventually she would say something stupid and WWE would have to punish her or fire her. But it looks like Julie is just as bad, if not worse. I think she was tweeting and beefing with Rebby Hardy going back to when their first kid was born, because they showed some tweet where she called the kid half black or something. Like that's supposed to be an insult. Or maybe insinuating that Rebby was having an affair on Matt and the kid isn't Matt's or whatever. And then Julie basically in a tweet wished that Matt Hardy was dead, which was also fucked up. So this girl just needs to keep her mouth shut. Don't be messing with Rebby Hardy. I certainly wouldn't want to. She's the last person I would ever want to have a Twitter beef with, because she doesn't give a fuck at all. And she's pretty hardcore and relentless, and she is a savage. And I don't think this Julie Youngberg chick knows who she's fucking with. So I apologize for just kind of casually commenting on that issue. A lot of you guys were asking me about it. So I briefly kind of looked into it, but I didn't really look that far into it. So I didn't really realize how personal this issue was between the two of them, and how far back it went and who even started the damn thing. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a quick apology there. So yeah, I'm still scheduled to be home on Sunday for TLC to live tweet. Should be a very interesting pay-per-view now, and we'll find out later on today or tomorrow or before Sunday if any other talent is going to be affected by this and pulled from the card. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is the worst of the damage here, and WWE can salvage this situation as best they can. They're going to have to come up with an excuse for Kurt Angle being on the team other than due to an illness Kurt Angle is replacing him. Why would Kurt Angle even want to? So I don't know what the logic is there, but WWE needed to give us a return of some kind, and since the Shield is out the window, we're getting the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle instead, which is nothing really to complain about at the end of the day. So Sunday should be very interesting. I got to get out of here. Got to get back to work. I got a lot of shit going on today. So you guys take care. Like I said, leave me all your thoughts on this stuff in the comments below, and I will talk to you on Sunday night after the TLC pay-per-view. Until next time, peace.